Hello everyone, Vinita this side. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are fit and fine. So today we are going to start with a new chapter, The Little Girl. As the name suggests, this is a short story written by Catherine Mansfield. The story is about a little girl who is initially afraid of her father and avoids him. She feels relieved on seeing her father go to the office. She feels very relaxed when she saw that her father went to the office. However, her feelings for her father change in the end from fear to understanding. She is happy to find that her father is not a figure to be feared, person to be adored. The protagonist, the little girl in this chapter, was Kezia. Kezia was a little girl who lived with her parents and grandmother. She did not like her father because of his overbearing attitude. In this story, we got to know about a little girl who lived with her family, but she did not like her father because of his overbearing attitude. So long father remained at his office, she feel very relaxed. But the moment he came back, she would start feeling uncomfortable. She never stuttered with other people, but failed to speak properly in front of her father. He appeared to her father as harsh, rude, or critical. He was like a giant for Kezia. So I hope you will understand some little bit introduction about this chapter. So now we do have our author on the screen. She was Catherine Mansfield. So if we just want to know about something for our author, so the author whose name was Catherine Mansfield, she was born on 14th October 1888 in Wellington, New Zealand, and she was died at her 34 years of age in France on 9th January 1923. Pen name was Catherine Mansfield. Occupation, by her occupation, she was a short story writer and poet. Uh, she was well known for her language English and nationality from New Zealand, British subject. Alma mater, Queen's College, London. Literary movement, modernism. Okay, next. If we just come back to the point, do you feel you know your parents better now? आपको लगता है कि आप अपने पेरेंट्स को बहुत अच्छे से जानते हो देन व्हेन यू वर मच यंगर लेकिन जब आप बहुत छोटे थे ना perhaps you now understand the reasons for some of their actions that used to upset you earlier. शायद आज आप उन कारणों को समझ पाए होंगे जब आप छोटे थे और आपके पेरेंट्स आपके लिए करते थे और आप बहुत अपसेट हो जाते थे कि पता नहीं मम्मा मुझे ये नहीं करने देती, पता नहीं मम्मा मुझे ये नहीं करने देती. So now you feel, now you can understand the reason. So here we do have the theme. The title of the story refers to the main character, the main protagonist, that we will come across the little girl named Kezia. Okay, so I think you will understand this, the title of the story. So the main protagonist was the little girl, and name of her is name of her was Kezia. So the theme of the story is the relationship between Kezia and their parents, and the writer wants to elaborate कि जो बच्चे होते हैं ना share a very important bond of love with her parents. वो हमेशा बच्चों के साथ बहुत अपना जो बॉन्ड है ना पेरेंट्स के साथ वो शेयर करते हैं, बट समटाइम्स वी आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट दे एक्चुअली वांट फ्रॉम अस. So here also, on the screen there was a picture. There is a picture. In this, Kezia is a deep thinking about her father, and she was thinking कि वो चाहती क्या है कि उसके पापा उसके साथ खेलें, उसके साथ टाइम स्पेंड करें, उसके साथ बातें करें. बट उसके जो फादर हैं वो उसके इमेजिनेशन से बिल्कुल स्ट्रेंज पर्सनालिटी के हैं. सो as you have seen in the picture that Kezia was having a gift in his hand, and her father having some papers on his hand. So what do you imagine? Yeah, this is a very this was a very big issue at their family. But what had happened? It was the day of his father's birthday, and always, Kezia's mother wanted her to understand her parents better and would ask her to go to the drawing room to chat with them. But the little girl Kezia always found mother reading and father splashed out on the sofa. So one day, उसके साथ क्या हुआ, एक इवेंट है, इस पिक्चर से क्लैरिटी होती है कि उसके ग्रैंडमदर ने that she told Kezia that father's birthday was next week and suggested her to make a pin cushion for a gift. So then Kezia stitched the three sides of the pin cushion. Now she wanted to stuff it with something. She looked out for it here and there in the house, but suddenly in her mother's room, she found many sheets of fine papers lying on a bed table. She gathered all of them and tore them into tiny pieces and stuffed her case. Then stood up from the fourth side. Kezia had unknowingly committed a grave mistake. Those were important papers as they contained her father's speech for the Port Authority. So there was a whoo and cry in the house that night. So Kezia accepted her mistake and tried to explain the reason behind it, but her father was too angry to listen to anything. He picked up a ruler and hit her hands. With it, Kezia found a very rude father in her father. So उसके हाथ में गिफ्ट है. She wanted to give a pin cushion on the occasion of her father's birthday to her father, but when she stuffed the papers in that pin cushion, then in her father's hand there are some papers. Yes, as you have seen here, as you have seen there, उसके हाथ में पेपर्स थे, बट वो पेपर्स उसके पापा फादर की स्पीच के थे. बट केजिया ने क्या किया, उसको फ्री वेस्ट पेपर समझकर उसको स्टफ कर दिया पिन क्वेश्चन में. बट देन आफ्टर शी रियलाइज्ड कि इट वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट papers, it was very important speech of her father, then she was badly scolded and her father beat her also. Okay, so nextly, what is the moral? The moral of the short story, The Little Girl by Catherine Mansfield, is that parents should not be indifferent to their children. They should show their love towards their children even when too tired from work and do not have time for them. What do you understand by this? आपको भी मैंने एक छोटी सी बात बताई कि उसके जो फादर थे उन्होंने उसको बीट भी किया, और उसको यूजुअली लगता था कि उसके फादर जो है ना वो उससे प्यार नहीं करते. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम शी फील्स द सेम कि उसके पापा जो है ना वो उससे प्यार नहीं करते. सो वी कैन से दैट ऐसा नहीं होता. हमारे पेरेंट्स ऐसा हमारे साथ कभी नहीं करते. वो अगर हमें किसी बात पे डांटते हैं या हमें किसी बात पे कुछ भी बोलते हैं, तो उनका रीजन ये नहीं होता कि वो हमें प्यार नहीं करते. उसका रीज़न ये होता है कि वो हमारे बेटरमेंट के लिए, हमारे वेलफेयर के लिए, हमारे अच्छे के लिए कुछ ना कुछ हमेशा जो है ना वो सोचते रहते हैं। एंड ऑलवेज वी mistaken, misunderstood that point. We cannot understand that point. So they should show their love towards their children. वो अपने बच्चों के प्रति उनको प्यार दिखाना चाहिए, even when too tired. अब यहाँ पर ये है कि चलो केजिया को फील होता है कि उसके फादर is not able to spend time with her. She was thinking about every time, and she was doing comparison between her father and her neighborhood Mr. McDonald. And completely, according to me, the moral of the story is that parents should not be indifferent to their children. बच्चों को कभी भी पेरेंट्स को ना कभी भी अपने बच्चों में इंडिफरेंट नहीं होना चाहिए। उनको चाहे वो कितने भी थके हों, लेकिन उनको एक थोड़ा-सा टाइम अपने बच्चों को ज़रूर देना चाहिए। अपने बच्चों के मन की बात को समझने का, अपने बच्चों के साथ पूरे दिन की फीलिंग्स को शेयर करने का टाइम उनको अपने बच्चों के लिए निकालना चाहिए, अकॉर्डिंग टू मी। बट ऐसा थोड़ा-सा बच्चों को भी रियलाइज़ होना चाहिए। दे आल्सो शुड बी अंडरस्टूड इन दिस पॉइंट दैट वी ऑलवेज़ the parents always whatever they have done, whatever they did, whatever they did only for the welfare and the growth and development of their children. वो नहीं चाहते उनका बच्चा कोई सफर हो, वो नहीं चाहते कि कोई बाहर वाला हमारे बच्चों को क्रिटिसाइज करे, इसलिए वो खुद ही थोड़ा सा डांट के मार के उनकी गलतियों को, उनकी मिस्टेक्स को इम्प्रूव करते हैं। ओके, सो नेक्स्टली वी डू हैव अ शॉर्ट समरी। Kezia was a little girl. Kezia, the protagonist of the chapter, she was a very little girl. She feared her father. वो बहुत डरती थी अपने पापा से। She thought that her father was like a giant. She thought that कि जो उसके फादर है ना वो क्या है, एक जाइंट है। He had big hands and a big neck. उनके बहुत बड़े बड़े हाथ हैं और बहुत लंबी सी गर्दन है। His mouth His mouth was also very big. उनका जो चेहरा है वो भी बहुत बड़ा है। She always avoided him. वो हमेशा उसको अवॉइड करते हैं। She thought that he was very cruel. So according to Kezia, that was her father's personality. Uh, that he had big hands, big neck, mouth was also big. She always avoided him. She thought that he was very cruel. So Kezia's father worked in an office. केजिया के जो फादर हैं वो ऑफिस में काम करते थे। He went to an office in the morning. He went to an office in the morning. वो ऑफिस जाया करते थे मॉर्निंग में। Before going, जाने से पहले, he went to the little girl's room. वो केजिया के रूम में जाया करते थे। And he gave her a casual kiss. Casual kiss उसको देते थे। The father went to the office in a carriage. उसके फादर जो है वो चले जाते थे ऑफिस में। She felt very happy when the father had gone. She felt very happy. वो बहुत खुश होती थी when the father had gone, जब उसके पापा जो है वो चले जाते थे। Because she always kept a distance from his father. Kezia, who misunderstood her father's sickness and usually remained scared of him. She considered him to be a big as a giant. She often get nervous and stutter while talking to him. So she longed for his love and affection like her neighbor, Mr. McDonald. Okay, I think you will understand this. That she felt very happy when the father had gone. वो बहुत खुश हो जाती थी. Then nextly, in the evening, the little girl's father came back. शाम को जब फादर जो है वो वापस आते थे, ही स्पोक लाउडली इन द हाउस। वो घर में बहुत तेज तेज जो है वो बोलते थे। केजिया फियर्ड हर फादर्स लाउड वॉइस। केजिया जो थी वो अपने पापा की बहुत तेज आवाज से डर जाती थी। हर फादर वुड आस्क हर टू गो एंड टेक ऑफ हिज शूज। उसके जो मदर थी वो उसको बोलती थी, वुड आस्क हर टू गो, कि जाओ और अपने पापा के जो शूज हैं उनको टेक ऑफ यानी कि उतार दो। When she entered his room, अब जब वो उनके रूम में एंटर करती थी, he looked at her step। अब उनको बहुत ध्यान से देख रही है। That her father was a hard-hearted person। जैसे हमने पढ़ा है कि उसको लगता था कि उसके पापा जो है ना वो बहुत कठोर दिल के हैं। Her father was a hard-hearted person। बहुत ही कठोर दिल के हैं, वो उसको प्यार नहीं करते। And she would often look at the neighbors, the Mr. McDonald, who playing very joyously in her in his house with his children. And he was such a good father and played so lovingly with her with his children. So she wondered he might be a different sort of father. So overall she felt very awkward when she was sitting with her father. So nextly, we do have a picture here also. In this case, yeah, is standing and she was looking very afraid, and her father was in very much angry in their mood, and ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो उसको डांट रहे हैं। तो उसको ऐसा लगता था कि वो हमेशा चिल्लाते रहते हैं, डांटते रहते हैं। So now one day Kezia made a pin cushion। उसने एक पिन कुशन बनाया। She wanted to present it to her father on his birthday। वो चाहती थी कि वो पिन कुशन वो अपने फादर को दे उनके बर्थडे के लिए। शी नीडेड पेपर टू स्टफ द पिन कुशंस। शी नीडेड, उसे जरूरत थी कुछ पेपर्स की उन पिन कुशन को स्टफ करने की, उनको भरने की। शी फाउंड सम शीट्स ऑफ पेपर इन हर फादर्स रूम। अब उसको अपने पापा के रूम में कुछ शीट्स मिली। तो शी टोर द शीट्स। उसने क्या किया, उन शीट्स को टोर कर दिया, एज यू कैन सी ऑन द स्क्रीन कि उसने जो था वो यहाँ से इसको टोर कर दिया, फाड़ दिया। किस लिए? टू स्टॉप द पिन क्वेश्चन। देन हर फादर हैड रिटन एन इम्पॉर्टेंट स्पीच ऑन देम। उसके फादर ने उसमें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्पीच लिखी हुई थी। एंड व्हेन ही गॉट टू नो ही वाज वेरी एंग्री विद हर। बहुत गुस्सा हो गए। ही टुक अ स्टिक। उन्होंने एक डंडा उठाया एंड बीट हर सेवरली। और उसको बहुत बुरी तरह मारा। He told her not to touch anything that did not belong to her। उन्होंने बोला कि आपको कोई भी ऐसी चीज को टच नहीं करना है जो आपसे रिलेटेड ना हो। केजिया kept bitterly, wept bitterly। वो बहुत बुरी तरह से रोने लग गई। She wondered why God had made fathers। वो बहुत ही घबरा गई और उसने बहुत वंडर होकर बोला कि भगवान ने पेरेंट्स बनाए ही क्यों हैं, फादर बनाए ही क्यों हैं। नाउ शी ट्रम्बल्ड इवन एट द साइट ऑफ हर फादर। वो अपने पापा को देखते ही ना बहुत ज्यादा घबरा जाती थी, कांपने लग जाती थी अपने फादर को देख। ओके, आई होप यू विल अंडरस्टैंड दिस पॉइंट। नेक्स्ट, वन डे केजिया सो हर नेबर। एक दिन केजिया ने अपने पड़ोसी को देखा था, मिस्टर मैकडोनल्ड। मिस्टर मैकडोनल्ड, ही वॉज प्लेइंग विद हिज चिल्ड्रन। वो अपने बच्चों के साथ खेल रही थी। दे ऑल लुक्ड वेरी हैप्पी। वो सब बहुत खुश थे। बट केजियाज फादर नेवर प्लेड विद हर। लेकिन केजिया के जो फादर थे ना वो कभी भी उसके साथ खेलते नहीं थे। नाउ शी थॉट दैट देयर वर डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ फादर्स इन द वर्ल्ड। कि वर्ल्ड में बहुत अलग अलग तरह के पेरेंट्स भी होते हैं, अलग अलग तरह के फादर भी होते हैं। सो हर ओन फादर वाज वेरी क्रूल। लेकिन उसके खुद के पापा जो है बहुत ही क्रूल हैं। सो शी फेल्ट jealousy because as she saw the McDonald's family playing joyously in their lawn, and Mr. McDonald, who was the father, and literally he was such a good father and played so lovingly with his children. So then she wondered he might be a different sort of father because my father was very cruel. So after a few days, अब कुछ दिनों के बाद क्या हुआ? Kezia's mother became ill. केजिया की जो मदर थी ना वो बीमार पड़ गई. Her grandmother took her to hospital. उसकी दादी उसको हॉस्पिटल ले गई. Kezia was alone in the house with the nurse. केजिया बिल्कुल अकेली थी नर्स के साथ घर पर. आया जो होती है बच्चों को संभालने वाली, उसके साथ वो अकेली थी. She had to sleep alone in her bedroom. She had to sleep. अब उसको अकेले ही बेडरूम में सोना था because no one was there at home. So at night she had a horrible dream. उसको एक बहुत भयानक सपना आया. She saw that there was a butcher with a knife. एक कसाई था हाथ में चाकू लिए. She was terrified. वो बहुत ज्यादा डर गई. She gave a loud cry. वो बहुत जोर से चिल्लाई. Her father came into her room. उसके पापा भागते हुए उसके कमरे में आए. He lifted her. उन्होंने उसको उठाया and took her to his own bed. और उसको बेड पर ले गए. अब उसको उठाया और उसको उठाकर बेड पर ले गए. She lay beside her father. वो अपने फादर के साथ में लेट गई. अब हुआ क्या? Once her mother fell ill and was hospitalized. She was left alone at home under the care of the cook. We can say that under the care of the cook or nurse, we can say. So at night she had a nightmare and woke up screaming. Then she found her father standing by her bedside, and her father picked her up and took her to the bedroom, to her room. He tucked up in his bed and soon fell asleep. उसके फादर ने उसको पकड़ तो रखा था, उसको उठाया, उसको बेड पे लिटाया, अब अपने फादर के साथ लेट गई. सो ही वाज टायर्ड. अब उसके पापा जो थे वो पूरे दिन से बहुत थके हुए थे एंड फेल एस्लीप. और उनको बहुत नींद आ रही थी. तो वो सो गए बिफोर हर, केजिया से पहले. शी वाज लॉस्ट इन द थॉट्स. अब केजिया जो थी वो विचारों में खो गई. शी थॉट दैट ही हैड टू वर्क हार्ड एवरी डे. शी थॉट, उसने सोचा दैट ही हैड टू वर्क हार्ड एवरी डे, कि उसे रोज ही कड़ी मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. ही केम इन द इवनिंग. वो शाम को आते थे. Then he was too tired to play with. Then he was too tired to play with her. वो बहुत थक जाते थे कि वो खेल ही नहीं पाते थे केजिया के साथ. So she thought that it was her fault to tear those important papers. फिर उसने सोचा कि ये तो मेरा ही फॉल्ट था ना कि मैंने उनके इतने इम्पोर्टेंट पेपर्स को फाड़ा. तो वो तो मुझे रियलाइज ही कराना चाहते थे ना दैट which things are not related to me. I am not supposed to touch that thing because I know that those papers were really very important for my father. So she realized that her father was not bad. फिर उसे ये रियलाइज हुआ कि उसके जो फादर थे ना वो इतने बुरे नहीं थे. उस टाइम पे वो सिर्फ समझाना चाहते थे टू मेक हर अंडरस्टैंड. ही हैड अ बिग एंड लविंग हार्ट. वाकई में उनका जो दिल है वो बहुत ही बड़ा है. Okay, so again she feel very relaxed with her father. Okay, so now she understand. Then Kezia felt secure lying near her father, and she realized that her father was not as big as a giant. Her father was really very hardworking person.
He worked hard for us. He worked hard for her family only. So she felt the beating of her father's loving, large heart. Finally, she realized her father was very loving and had a generous heart. उसको रियलाइज हुआ कि उसके पापा जो है ना सच में बहुत ही लविंग हैं और उनका जो दिल है वो वाकई में बहुत बड़ा है. आई थिंक यू विल अंडरस्टैंड दिस. ओके. सो एट द एंड, what do you understand by this story? What do you understand by this story? That Kezia, at the end, she realized that her father is full of tension as his important document has been lost. So that's why Kezia will be scolded for the mischief that she has done. I think you will understand now. Now that's why Kezia father, referring to the cushion that she has prepared as a damn thing, because he is angry at the cushion. Because Kezia has torn his important document to prepare it. Now he is very angry with Kezia and he is scared at her and asked her if she had torn the papers. So she was scared, and then always she felt very bad. She did not want to spend even a single minute with her father. Okay, I think you will understand this point, that why she felt like that. कि मैंने एक बात सुनी है, एक बहुत पुरानी एक मूवी थी, उसमें था कि जिस पत्थर को छेनी और हथौड़े की मार से दर्द होता हो ना, वो पत्थर कभी मूर्त नहीं बन सकता. तो हम वो मिट्टी हैं, हम वो मूर्त के रूप में बनेंगे, जो शेप, जो आकार हमारे पेरेंट्स हमें देंगे. तो हमें उसी शेप में लाने के लिए, हमें उसी आकार में लाने के लिए हमारे पेरेंट्स जो है ना, वो कभी कभी हमारे साथ हार्ट हर्टेड फॉर्म में भी काम करते हैं. Okay, then at the end, she had placed her head on her father's heart and she could hear his heartbeat. And she complimented her father that he had a big heart. So Kezia is showing her love for her father as she had realized that her father also loved her. So I think you will understand this. Nextly, we do have some word meanings. Glad sense of relief, राहत की सांस लेना. It means feeling relaxed. Fainter and fainter, to lessen or reduce. Slip down, come down quietly and unwillingly. Stutter, to stammer, to speak with pauses. अटक अटक कर बात करना. She usually did in front of her father. Given it up, stopping doing it. Wretched, unhappy, sad. On the brink of suicide, about to commit suicide. Suicide means kill oneself. Gravely, seriously, went into by chance. Scraps, small pieces of cloth or paper, etc. that are not needed. छोटे छोटे पीसेस कपड़े के, पेपर के, जिसकी जरूरत नहीं होती. स्क्रैप्स, हम कतरे बोल सकते हैं. Nextly, we do have some questions. These questions are internal questions. So, our first question: what made Kezia's father punish her? Was he right to do so? Why Kezia's father punished her? Kezia's father had written a speech on some papers. केजिया के फादर ने एक स्पीच लिखी थी कुछ पेपर्स पे, एंड केजिया हैड मेड अ पेन कुशन फॉर हर फादर ऑन हिज बर्थडे। और केजिया ने पेन कुशन जो है वो बनाया था अपने फादर के बर्थडे के लिए। शी नीडेड पेपर टू स्टफ द पेन कुशन एंड पुट देम इनटू द कुशन। उसको उन पेपर्स की जरूरत थी, कुछ पेपर्स की जरूरत थी, कुछ स्क्रैप्स उसको चाहिए थे to stitch up the fourth side of the pin cushion, and she wanted to put them into the cushion. So when her father got to know about that she had torn the papers, which was really very important for her father. It was a really important speech that was written on that. So then her father punished her. Father was not right to beat her. He was not right to beat her. He could have made Kezia realize her mistake with love also. ठीक है, we can say that कि the father was very hard-hearted, but she only wanted to realize Kezia about her mistake. फादर की इंटेंशन केजिया के लिए गलत नहीं थी, बट उसका जो वे था दैट वाज रॉन्ग ओनली। क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, why did the little girl start making the pin cushion? लिटिल गर्ल, छोटी सी लड़की ने पिन कुशन स्टार्ट किया बनाना। क्यों बनाया उसने? वन डे केजिया वाज सफरिंग फ्रॉम कोल्ड। केजिया जो है उसको कोल्ड था, जुकाम था बहुत ज्यादा। शी वाज केप्ट इनडोर्स, वो अंदर ही थी। हर फादर्स बर्थडे वाज नेक्स्ट वीक, उसके पापा का बर्थडे था नेक्स्ट वीक। हर ग्रैंडमदर सजेस्टेड, उसकी ग्रैंडमदर ने सजेस्ट किया दैट शी शुड प्रेजेंट अ पेन क्वेश्चन टू हर फादर, कि उसको अपने फादर को पिन कुशन जो है वो एज अ प्रेजेंट देना चाहिए। सो शी स्टार्टेड मेकिंग द पिन कुशन, इसलिए उसने पिन कुशन बनाना स्टार्ट कर दिया। व्हाट डिड शी स्टफ इट विथ? अब उसने पिन कुशन में फिल क्या किया, एंड व्हाई वाज द स्टफिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर हर फादर? अब उसके फादर के लिए वो स्टफिंग जो पेपर्स थे वो इम्पोर्टेंट क्यों थे, एंड डिड शी नो दैट इट वाज इम्पोर्टेंट? क्या केजिया को पता था कि वो इम्पोर्टेंट है? Kezia found some sheets of paper in her father's bedroom. उसको पेपर्स मिले कुछ। She tore them into pieces. उसने pieces में कट किया। She stuffed the pin cushion with those pieces. और stuff कर दिए pin cushion. The stuffing was very important for her father. But that papers was really very important document for her father, as very important speech was written on it. So those paper were really, it's literally very important for her father. But the girl was not in the fold because she did not know about it. Okay, I think you will understand this. Nextly, Kezia looked through a hole in the fence into Mr. McDonald's garden. What did she see? एक दिन उसने मिस्टर मैकडोनल्ड के गार्डन में देखा, थोड़ा सा छेद में से थोड़ा सा झांका, तो उसने क्या देखा? Kezia saw that Mr. McDonald was playing with his children. उसने देखा कि मिस्टर मैकडोनल्ड जो है वो बच्चों के साथ खेल रहे थे। They were running around the flower beds. Baby Mao was on his shoulders. कि वो अपने बच्चों के साथ खेल रहे हैं, फूलों की क्यारियों के बीच में अपने बच्चे को शोल्डर्स कंधे पर बिठाए कि भाग रहे थे, दौड़ रहे थे। एंड रियली शी फेल्ट वेरी जेलस टू सी कि मेरे पापा तो कभी मेरे साथ ऐसे टाइम स्पेंड नहीं करते, खेलते नहीं है, मेरे साथ बात नहीं करते। एंड द टू लिटिल गर्ल्स वर हैंगिंग ऑन टू हिज कोट्स पॉकेट एंड दे वर वेरी हैप्पी। उसके कोट की पॉकेट्स को पकड़े लटक रहे थे दो लड़कियां मिस्टर मैकडोनल्ड की, एंड रियली दे वर वेरी हैप्पी, बहुत खुश थे। Next question. Describe the departure of Kezia's father for his office. Describe करो कि केजिया के जो फादर हैं वो ऑफिस से जब निकलते थे तो क्या होता था, उनके डिपार्चर को डिस्क्राइब करना। सो केजिया's father went to the office early in the morning, वो जल्दी चले जाया करते थे, बट बिफोर गोइंग जाने से पहले he went to केजिया's room, he gave her a kiss, she had she said goodbye to her father। उसके पापा जाने से पहले केजिया को एक कैजुअल किस दिया करते थे और उसको गुड बाय किया करते थे, अलविदा बोलते थे। But she felt very relaxed when she saw her father was about to went. Question number 6. Describe the arrival of Kezia's father at home from the office. You have to describe the arrival of Kezia's father. Kezia के father at home जब आते थे ऑफिस से तो क्या होता था? Kezia's father returned from office in the evening, files coming with a noisy affair. बहुत शोर शराबे के साथ आते थे शाम को, मतलब चिल्लाते हुए बोलते हुए जोर जोर से। He raised his voice on entering the house, वो आवाज बहुत तेज कर लेते थे एंटर करते ही में, हाउस में एंटर करते ही। तो केजिया's मदर आस्क्ड, उसकी मदर उसको आते ही, उनके फादर के आते ही केजिया को बोलती थी कि आओ बैठो यहाँ पर और फादर के शूज जो है वो उतार दो। So this all for the little girl. So in next video, we will learn, we will understand the complete NCRT reading of the chapter. I think you will learn something. So thank you. Have a nice day.